pressure reducing valve for a water line or a sprinkler system, which is a water line, or for a water line, main water line to a house. Question number one, what does it look like? It looks similar to this with I think it's a 3/4 thread. This here, this particular pipe here has just been cut off, lopped off. This is a used one, it's old. But the topic here is, how do you set the sprinkler, not the sprinkler, the pressure reducing valve for a water line or a sprinkler system. So question, now the top of these are relative to the manufacturer. I like this one better. This is an old one. The newer ones have come where you can put a flathead screwdriver in them, but when they get hard and stubborn, it may be difficult to do it. If my opinion is this one is the optimum one to get, but you get what the manufacturer's got or what the supply house has got, which is close. So how do you set this thing? There's a bottom nut here and this top nut here. First, you loosen this bottom nut up. This bottom nut would hold all this from moving. So once you unscrew the bottom nut, you just get it up a ways, however long you want to do it. Now, personally, when I put it back down, if I put the nut back down, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It's not to say it's right, not to say it's wrong, but I just kind of hand tighten it. I don't lock this down very tight. So now this is either a 13 or 14 millimeter. I forgot. I'm not sure exactly. I think it's 13, 14. It could be a 15, but I think it's a 13 or 14 millimeter, which would either be a 1/2 inch or a 9/16 wrench. But if you have the one at the top with the split in it, then you would have to use a flathead screwdriver. So to me, this one's better. This is my personal opinion. It's better in my opinion, but again, that's a relative statement. So, okay, say we have X amount of water. We get the water pressure from 25. This pressure reducing valve will get us between 25 and 75 psi. This is the range. Again, 25 to 75 psi. The optimum water pressure for a home residential use may be 65 to 75 psi. So we can get within this range. So if we need to increase the water pressure, we turn it, I think it's clockwise. So just turn this clockwise and it should increase the pressure. If we need to decrease the pressure, I think you turn it counterclockwise. Don't quote me on this. Do not hold me to this. This is not engraved in stone. And and again, it's good to put this on the main line, so wherever that may be. Now, sometimes people will put it in a box in the yard on the sprinkler system. Sometimes they do it in a water line. Sometimes it's good to do right as your water line comes into the house. So just one thing to keep in mind, when you put this on, if your line branches before it goes there and feeds a hose pipe, you're not reducing the pressure down on the hose pipe. So it needs to be whatever pressure you're doing, you need to get it before the main line starts to branch off. So again, this will get us between 25 and 75 psi, but the optimum pressure is 65 to 75 psi. What I would like to see is 70 to 72, 73, 75 psi. That would be great. So in order to increase, now if you can get you one of these water gadgets, screw onto the hose pipe, have somebody to watch it, turn the hose pipe on full throttle, make sure all the water's off in the house, read the pressure. I'm not sure if it's called static pressure, but just get somebody to read the pressure. So if it's 130 pounds, when you put this on, it should get it down, and then you can start tweaking this. Okay, if it's say 80 pounds and then you put this on, then you start tweaking it and your gauge should rotate, and you can get somebody that's looking at the gauge when you start loosening or tightening this, and they can tell you how many psi you're reading. So a good read would be between 25 and 60. Excuse me. Let me correct myself. Between 65 and 75 psi. So simply undo this nut, loosen this nut up, tighten this clockwise to increase the pressure, I think, counterclockwise to decrease the pressure, I think. So don't hold me to that. It's been a while since I put one of these on. I have put on many of these, but so if the plumbing gurus can comment on this, that would be wonderful. But which direction increases, which direction decreases? I think clockwise increases. I think counterclockwise decreases. So this is how you set the pressure reducing valve. So you've got two nuts on this one. Now the one with the split in it would use a flathead screwdriver, but I like this old school one better. But I'm not the manufacturer, so you have to do what you can get your hands on and at the particular time. So thank you for watching. Pressure reducing valve for a water line.